Hi, how you doing? It's Jeff Sinker from SkypeGuitarLessonsOnline.com. This lesson we're going to continue with the series looking at Guitar Pro 7. And in this lesson I wanted to go through some of the functions that you would probably want to use when you're looking at a new file. Not one that you've written yourself, because remember this series is aimed at the beginner. What we're looking at is a file that you have downloaded from a second source, something like maybe even Ultimate Guitar, places where you can find MIDI files, etc. But what we're going to do is look at how you can arrange the sheets on Guitar Pro 7 so they look presentable and they're easily organized. So what we've got here, I've got a sheet that's pretty blank at the moment, but if I was to play the track, there's a chance you'll probably recognize it. There's no bonus points if you do get it, but congratulations if you did pick it out from that. It's All You're Loving by the Beatles. But as we can see on here, the information that we've just got the guitar track here, we've got the drums, but we've got no information. We don't even have a song title for it. Some of the times this is what you end up with. They don't always have all the information in front. So what we're going to do is just use Guitar Pro 7 to really tidy this all up and make it a little bit more efficient to work with, and also if you're working with some of your friends, if you want to pass this on to some colleagues. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to name the song. So we're going to go to, what we want to do is also open up all of these different screens you've got. But we're going to be looking at this right hand side screen. We're going to click on there and we're looking at the song and the track sections. And first of all, we've got the song. So we're just going to go to the section where it says information and title, and we're just going to type in the name of the song. And hopefully my spellings are correct. And the song is called All My Loving. Now the artist is the Beatles. If there was any information that you wanted to put in there, you could do. If you wanted to put in what album it was from, etc. So we've got this information laid down here. So we've now got a name to it. So what we're going to do, we're just going to save it as well. There's nothing worse than working on something and you haven't got the information. So we're just going to save it to the desktop. Next, let's go down to the side here on the track window, this little section here. And we've got the different tracks. We've got guitar tracks, bass guitar, and the drums, but no information there. And sometimes they come in all different types of disguises. It can even be written in Spanish, depending where you've actually got this file from. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at each track. Now, this first track here has only got some lead guitar lines on it. In fact, they've got the lead guitar solo in there. So that would be George. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to the track window here. And when I've clicked on it, it says information full name. There's no information there. So we're going to put in George. And now it's telling us that that is the guitar that George Harrison uses. Next guitar up, that would be John, because that's all the rhythm guitar information that you've got. That great little triplet line that he played through that song. Next, the bass. Well, no introductions there. I'm sure we all know Paul. And finally, the drums, Ringo. So now we have got, and again saving this as I go on, paranoid as usual. So we've now got all the different tracks laid out with all the names, and we've got the title of the song as well. Other things that we can do, if you're not happy with the guitar sound, You can change some of these sounds now with the RSE sound module that you've got built in here, this big sound library. Now, at the moment, the sounds, they don't sound too bad, but if you did want to change them, you would just click on with your left mouse key, and you've got all these different sounds that you can use. Now, if I was to go, because we're looking at John, now he was playing slightly clean guitar that he would be playing through. Now we can go down all these different sounds, auto wah, blues, these are all different effects. But if we go down all the way down to signature, we have got all these different sounds that are kind of referenced to different sounds that have been classic sounds over the years. You know, if I click down here or look down here, always with me. Again, no prizes guessing who that sound is. Beautiful Day, U2. You could just go down and they just all name different things here. I'm just looking down to see if there was any Beatle ones down here. Delay Like Hell. Dime Bag, obviously we've got that there. I'm not seeing too many that just tie into, but if you was doing a song that had a specific sound that you want, it's always worth kind of venturing down to the signature side, and you can lay in the different sounds. John Mayer, let's have a listen what John Mayer sounds like now if I play this. Well, let's try Beautiful Day. Let's see what that sounds like. It's a bit harsh. Okay. What I am going to do, I'm going to put clean guitar here, and I actually quite like that John Mayer one. Let's go back to that. Let's put that one in. So I've got John Mayer playing the Beatles. Now, what we've also got on here, I'm just going to scroll right back to the beginning. We have got a series of chords here that have been played, but no information telling me exactly what the chord is. Now, I could look at the tablature and just play it and then figure it out. But Guitar Pro 7, I was also there on Guitar Pro 6, has got a great way of identifying the chord. Now, I had this question sent in by one of my subscribers. I'd asked the question, can it identify a chord in Guitar Pro 7? I know from a previous lesson, if you remember, I could tell you we could use it as chord book. But the question was, will it show what the chord is I'm playing? Now, the answer is yes. Now, I've got this chord down here, and you can see it's indicating on the D, I'm playing 4th fret, and then I'm playing a bar, all on the 2s, on the 2nd fret. Now, if I wanted to know what that actual chord was, I just click on any of these notes, and I tap the A key, which brings in the chord window. And it is telling me that this is an F minor. In fact, it is. Now, if I wanted to display the name above the chord, I would just select on, which it has pre-selected anyway, display the diagram. Now, what it means by that, do I want to display the diagram at the top of the sheet? I'm sure you've seen a lot of chord sequences before where all the chords are listed right at the top, and this is exactly the same. And it also says, do you want to display the fingering? Well, why not? I'm going to be passing this on to someone to play. So once I've clicked on, I've brought this window up and I'm happy what I'm seeing, I click OK, and it puts the chord above it. So all that section there now, I'm going to be playing an F sharp minor chord. So let's go to the next one. Let's do the same thing. We click over, click A, brings up the window. It has got a B. So again, let's click OK to this. And I can continue going down. I don't have to put it across every single chord, and we only have to do it until the chord changes. So we've got bar there, F sharp to a B. Click on the next one, and same thing again. We've got an E. And I could just keep on doing this all the way through to get the sequence, which I am going to do. Just until we get down. Because once it's preset, all them tags, it's just a case of clicking and then bringing up that window. So now I have got all of the chords displayed above. And if we play through, you can hear I am going to continue all the way through. But now it makes we can see a lot more sense on this. So I'm just going to save that. Now I've got this laid out, so I've got 3 bars across each line. But we can also inform friends, colleagues, or even just keep your own note where the verses, the chorus, and bridge, any sections of the song are, so you can actually see that graphically on this display. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click here on the first bar, which is the opening line of the verse. I'm going to go to Section, Edit. Brings up this Section Edit window. Now in here we have got a series of letters, and we've also got a drop down here of different parts of a song. We've got intro, verse, chorus, etc. Now this is a verse, so I click on verse, click OK, and it says at the beginning there, verse. And it also, if you see underneath here, it's now indicated where the verse starts. So we can just scroll all the way down until we get to here. And that's the start of the second verse. Now, what I can do with this, I can go to the section, edit, and I can put letter B and verse, click OK, and it tells me that is B verse. So I can go back to the first one here and click on that, and I could actually edit that. So I could make this A verse. Okay. So I go to the end of that verse, and this section here we have got the chorus. So again, I'm going to go to Section and Edit, and I am going to select Chorus. Now, the next part I want you just to quickly go is okay. What we've got there is that little bridge section that was played by George. So I'm going to mark that up again. Section, Edit, and I will go down to Bridge. Click OK. And just the final one, because at the end of the bridge section, it goes back to a verse, of course. So I'm just going to go here, and I'm going to go put on Edit, and that will be verse. I will save that. So we're a lot more organized when we want to start looking around this track. So, and of course, if I go to Section now, if there's a specific part I want to go to as I'm playing through, I can just click on it. Click on Section, Chorus, takes me back to it. So I don't have to keep scrolling backwards and forwards to go to these various positions. This does it for me. So once you've labelled them up, I can move around this rather quickly. So at this point, what we've got is means of tidying up the actual screen display, and also how to label it. So all kind of useful things that we can do on here. So now we've got a lot more structure to the information on the sheet here in front. The title, got the name of the artist. We have got the chords with the chord diagrams, and we've also got the various sections of the song that we can move around quite easily whenever we're practicing or if we're playing this song. So, hope you've enjoyed this little lesson tutorial on just kind of housekeeping and tidying up the sheet in Guitar Pro 7. Appreciate your company, and I do look forward to seeing you again soon. So until the next lesson, this is Jeff Sinker from SkypeGuitarLessonsOnline.com. Wishing you well. Speak to you soon. Goodbye.